Yo, Shalom Israel. First, I want to start by giving all honor, praise, and glory to Yahawah, bahasham, bahasham, raka, quadash. Double honors into the elders and apostles of GMS Great Millstone, all me sharpening iron in this truth. And shalom to you hopeful like brothers out there pushing this truth and honesty and sincerity. My name is Yeshaya. I'm doing a video just on a couple scriptures between Sirach 7 and 8, talking about just try to hold your tongue in camp. And if you're newer to this truth, the chances are you're either behind the line or, you gotta watch. You just gotta watch, really, And let me just bring out the scriptures and get this all flowing. It says in Sirach, the 7th chapter and the 14th verse, it says, "Use not many words in a multitude of elders, and make not much babbling when thou prayest." So, in the multitude of elders, you should hold your mouth, right? I'm pretty sure that's in the Apocrypha too, somewhere around here. But you should really try to not say anything, right? And you should be very careful of talking too much, because you can disturb the way of the lesson or what's going on, and among men and the elders. That's an opportunity to you for you to be able to learn from these people, right? And grow. So in Sirach 6, the 34th chapter says, "Stand in the multitude of the elders and cleave unto him that is wise." And that establishes our need for the teachers, people who teach these laws, statutes, and commandments, which are our elders, of beginning with the elder apostle Tahar on down of GMS Great Millstone, who has the whole sound doctrine. Those are our elders, and you learn from them. This is specifically for like younger brothers, and understanding the appropriate manners when going to a camp, or being in the presence of an elder who's teaching and bringing out the words. If you're just having a casual conversation with an elder, at the end of the day, if you're like me, you're zealous and you kind of look up to these brothers, like, they've been through everything that I've been through already twice. Like, it's just, when you're around them, it's kind of you almost look up to these brothers, like, yeah. But anyways, not to get too far off topic, getting Sirach, the 8th chapter, and beginning at the 8th verse, it says, "Despise not the discourse of the wise, but acquaint thyself with their proverbs," right? So, when the wise are talking, you should really just silence yourself and get and really think about all it is that you're hearing from them, right? Because they're extremely wise. There's levels to this truth, and they're in a higher level, because the Lord has put them in that position to do that, And reading on, it says, "For of them thou shalt learn instruction, and how to serve great men with ease," right? "And of them thou shalt learn instruction." That's another testament to the need of teachers in here. So there's like a lot of solo Israelites that kind of go venturing off, and they love the keyboard warrior on the camps, and they love to do this and do that. On the other camps, I get it, because they be going off. But on GMS, the camp who has whole sound doctrine, you really can't say anything, because that is the truth, right? But yet they still do so, and they mock the need of elders. When you give double honors, that is, I believe, I forget where exactly that scripture's at, but double honors is a thing that you give to these elders, right? You're not praising them. You're not calling them your Lord. It's just an honor, like double honors, because they do the work and they do it diligently, right? Double honors to those apostles who rule well. That's in the scriptures, who rule well, right? And it's a part of this truth is to give your elders double honors, right? Because it's a respectable thing that they're doing, right? They're allowing you to understand these law, statutes, and commandments, right? And reading on, it says, "How to serve great men. Miss not the discourse of the elders, for they are also learned of their fathers, and of them that thou shalt learn and understand, and to give answers as need requireth," right? So you learn under these brothers, right? You learn under them, and ultimately, you can't fucking learn talking, and asking questions at the right time too, though. You can't just ask questions and just whenever, wherever. Let me get that. Let me see if I got something for that. And yeah, so Sirach, the 4th chapter and the 23rd verse, and refrain not to speak when there is an occasion to do good, right? There's always a good time to kind of interject. Not in the camp. That's not a good time. After the camp, after everything's done, or maybe even just calling or texting the brother at a later time, you know, to do good. And hide not thy wisdom from her beauty. You know, you're seeking wisdom, right? So there's always a time to speak. You got to pick the right time. You know, if you're new in these law, statutes, and commandments, you really shouldn't bring out precepts for a really long time. The elder was telling me, you know, although you might be caught zealous and you know, the raka quadash might hit you, and you might have precept, you know, you really should just listen, right? Because Lord knows that they likely know that precept too, and it's already in the back of their head. It's already loaded. There's been times where I was at camp and I had this precept and that precept, but then they brought it out literally the next scripture. So this is why you should just listen to the discourse. Discourse is almost like dialogue, monologue, right? It's a speaking of them, because there's wisdom within that. You know, they have perfected a lot of these scriptures to the T, to the words, and the words not only in English, but in the Hebrew, some in the Greek, you know, because that's a part of the spiritual powers that the Lord blesses his people with, right? The spirit of different, multiple of yahawah and quadashes, which is languages, right? So, you know, those are just a couple of scriptures going into not only the need for elders and teachers in this truth, but also kind of just keep holding your tongue and speaking at the right times. And hopefully this lesson was edifying. I want to end off with giving all honor, praise, and glory to Yahawah, bahasham, yahawashi, bahasham, raka, quadash, and shalom.